We see that they've taken down this weekend the EPA's websites on climate change. That's not acceptable. We demand access to the data. They're trying to cut the EPA's budget by 30% and cut the staffing by 25%. That's not acceptable. We do not accept that. There are some people who say you need to accept those things which you cannot change. I have never been one of those people. I believe we need to change those things we cannot accept. And these are things that we cannot accept. My first duty station was Fort Dix, New Jersey. I graduated from Middletown High School here, and I found a guy in Fort Dix, New Jersey who came from Middletown, New Jersey. And I got to know him, and I got to know a lot of his friends, to include a couple. Their names are Tony and Peggy. They lived in Middletown, New Jersey, right on the Jersey coast. And when Superstorm Sandy hit, a storm unparalleled in the history of this country, their entire home was destroyed. They lost everything. They lost their house. They lost everything in their house, and got out only with their lives. And I will tell you, that is the sort of impact that climate change is going to have. Heck, you see it right here when WISP has to close down for 2 weeks in the middle of the winter because they can't make snow. We know climate change is real, and what we need is less pollution and more solutions. I believe very much that we need solutions, which is why 4 years ago, when my brother told me he was working on a company that's doing research in semiconductor polymers, I said, I want to help. That's the sort of solutions that we need. And these are polymers, by the way, that are based on organic chemistry, inspired by nature, no heavy metals, no rare earths, and we can replace some of those rare earths that we're using right now in order to make solar panels. We can replace the lead-acid batteries with more efficient energy storage so that we can store that renewable energy for when we don't have it. That's the sort of technology we need. We need people who are working towards solutions, not just trying to go back to the old ways of the past. And we all need to continue doing the 1,000 little things that we do every day to make a difference. Because I will tell you, somebody mentioned conservation up here before. We can do more to make an impact with conservation than any other way. There's no reason that every government building doesn't have geothermal underneath it. No reason. And while we are going to try to work in our own little ways, we can all change to LED light bulbs. We can buy more fuel-efficient cars. There are some things that we need our government to take leadership of. We need our government to take leadership on the research, and it needs to be based in facts. We cannot afford the cuts that are proposed for the EPA. Not only the EPA, they're also cutting Department of Energy research. They want to eliminate ARPA-E, the research program for renewable energy. They want to zero that out in the budget. We are here to say no. So we need to contact our Congressman Delaney, as well as our senators, and we know that they're on our side, but we need to keep them on our side. We need to let them know that we've got their backs. And I ask you today, now, don't wait until Election Day, tell them today that we need them to do the right thing. We cannot accept leaving for our children a world that is not in at least as good a shape as we received it, but we really want it better. And we can do that. You heard people talk before. It is not all gloom and doom. There are solutions out there. There's solutions that our company is working on, but there are tons of solutions out there, and we need to have the government backing to help us move to those new solutions and move to the energy of the future rather than the energy of the past. We will not accept that this is something we cannot change. We are going to change it because we will not accept it. And so that's why we organize, that's why we resist, that's why we rally here today. And that is why we are going to march. And if we don't succeed alone in today's march, we'll march again a month from now, we'll march again a year from now, we'll march again until we get the results that we need from our government.